Okay, so we're back. We did have a little bit of technicalities due to the fact that a can of mushrooms decided to fall onto the floor, and I had to go clean that up. So, what we did is we went ahead and made our gravy. As I was telling you before, we decided to saute the onions, not fully saute them, but just cook them enough so that way the onions open up and they're able to give out their fresh, delicious taste. And so what we're going to do is, from the onions, we're going to put them on the meat. You want to make sure you have pot holders, so that way you don't burn your hand. Because, you know, just out of a raise of hands, how many of you have actually burned your hands while using a cast iron? Okay, so not that many. Alright, take the onions, and you're going to just put them lightly on... No, I'm just kidding. You're not going to put them on lightly. You're just going to cover the whole thing, the whole entire roast with those onions, okay? Now you want a good, tasty meal. You just want to make sure all the damn onions are on there. Now, like I said, you want to spread it out evenly, so that way the onions are on top and they seep into the meat. Now the way I put the meat down is I put the fatty side up, so that way when the temperature gets hot enough, like I was telling you, or I hope I was telling you before, is that just like exercising, how we want to burn off fat, where our body heats up and then the fat just melts off. Of course, it doesn't become goodness, it becomes slimness. With the fat, it seeps into the meat and it creates this delicious, fatty wonderfulness. I call anything that tastes good wonderfulness. You can use it as well. So as I was saying, I got my sauce right here. It is a mixture of Worcestershire sauce, cream of mushroom, a little bit of garlic, and then I added my own beef broth. Now normally what you want to do after this is you have your bay leaves. At least I'm hoping these are bay leaves. You're going to take a couple of them and you're just going to slightly put them on top. This is going to add additional flavor. Now whether that's true or not, I don't know. I don't usually cook with bay leaves. That's just what the recipe says. So I'm going to take your word, Paula, because that's where I got it. FoodNetwork.com, Paula Deen pot roast. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and spread this wonderful mix. You're just going to put it right on top of her. Now you're going to want to set your oven for about between 300 to 350. That's what you're going to want to do it. And you're going to want to cook this for about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Alright, so I'm going to put on some aluminum foil. You don't need to watch that, and unless you want to see me cut myself.
Alright, so welcome back to the final conclusion of the average Joe trying to make a pot roast for Mother's Day in hopes that his wife will be extremely happy with him. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Now, I went ahead, because we had to go to church and everything, we decided to set the temperature at 300 degrees and then let it cook for about 4.5 hours. So crossing our fingers, I'm hoping everything looks really good. On top of that, I decided that what we were going ahead and do, pot holders are important, is go ahead and just turn off the heat and then just let it sit and stay warm inside. Now, I personally have not opened it since about 10:30 this morning, so let's go ahead and take a look. Alright. Ooh, I can just smell that. That smells so good right now. Alright, let's pull this puppy out. Now, as you remember, I put 2 cans of cream of mushroom soup in it to keep it moist. And actually that substitutes, or that creates, our gravy as well inside. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Just look at that goodness. Now as you can see, if I actually had a carving knife, which I don't, I bet you it would taste really, really good. So, we'll go ahead and leave it at that. Hope you guys have a good Mother's Day. Once again, this is the Average Joe, and we will see you later.